Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. We are all listening or we are all watching in the TV media and also reading in the newspapers that a group of scientists who may be labeling themselves as progressives or who may be labeling themselves as true scientists, not pseudo-scientists. Others may be labeling them as radicals or something like that. They always used to say in India, no science, no technology existed. In India, only some spirituality, religion and philosophy existed, claiming that we discovered X, Y, Z, etc. and trying to convince others that in India we had scientific and technological heritage. These are all very bad, and they think that these type of declarations and claiming will create a false impression in the mind of Western scientists, and they will start disbelieving India. This is what they claim, the so-called atheists, radicals, progressive, who are directly or indirectly connected with the leftist parties, and some of them got generated from JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, and some others happen to be born in Kerala, and very rarely they happen to be from Bengal. But these few people who can be counted in our fingers, they make a big hue and cry, and to some extent it is true also. Why I said some extent it is true? As I told earlier, some of these so-called over-patriotic people, over-nationalistic people, people having over-enthusiasm towards patriotism, and put forth a false claim that in India, that was there, aeroplane was there, atom bomb was there, poisonous weapons were there. That type of pseudo claims based on mythological, Puranic and Itihasic, epic and Puranic books, some people say. And for that type of claim, if the real scientists or true scientists fight or even argue and convince the world that such type of scientific or technological inventions or tools were not existing, these are all part of the stories of Puranas. If the so-called radicals and progressives say like this, and they should also inform adjacent to these claims, these declarations, that India had the true scientific and technological books, namely astronomical books. Say for example, Aryabhatta has written Bhaskaracharya 1, Aryabhatta 2, Bhaskara 2, Padeshwaracharya, Lalacharya, Manjulacharya, Bhaskaracharya 1 and 2, Pudamana Somayadi, Tirur Shankaravarman, and Trikandiyur Achyuta Pisharadi, and so on. The books written by these people are available even today with the English and Hindi translation published by many universities and also authoritative scientific organizations. So the duty of the so-called progressives who declare that nothing existed in India, whatever claims are made based on the Puranic or epic literature, they are not a true science. They should say, they can say, they must say, they have got the freedom to say like that. But being the real Indians, is it not their duty to inform the world that the true Indian literature are XYZ, true Indian scientific and technological literature, true Indian scientific and technological observations are XYZ. Say for example, the Delhi iron pillar which got molded through forge welding, that iron pillar which is rustless pillar got fabricated during 50 BC. So 2050 years ago. That is an excellent monument which can be demonstrated as our technological capability for producing 7 ton weighing 21 feet height iron pillar. The iron pillar is a proof of Indian technological heritage. Why can't the so-called radicals or progressives point out to the common public of India that these are the real scientific and technological heritage, not what is told in the Purana or Itihasa. The civil engineering marvel which I explained many times, whether in the Pallava dynasty, Chola dynasty, Pandya dynasty, Chera dynasty, the temples created for the last nearly 1000 or 1200 years ago or 1020 years ago, what the Madhya Pradesh temple, Khajuraho temple, carved 1020 years ago, is the sculptural and civil engineering marvel of India. Instead of pointing out the true scientific and technological heritage and that way preventing the false claim made by the so-called pseudo-patriotic people that claiming the Vimana existed in Ramayana or Vimana existed in Bharata as used by Kardama Maharshi and the Devahudi, those negatives can be easily prevented or blocked by presenting the correct scientific and technological heritage. When Dr. Murali Manohar Joshi, when he was the HRD minister in the BJP erstwhile rule, he claimed something wrong. Instantaneously, a few British scientists protested and said the claim made by Dr. Murali Manohar Joshi is not true. Similarly, our Indian Prime Minister very recently explained that Ganesha has got a head of an elephant and a human body. This gives an example of our ancient surgical capacity. What Sri Narendra Modi said is 100% wrong. It is based on a sankalpa. Ganesha never existed. It's not the proof of science. And it is not the proof of the surgery also. Why I said it is not the proof of surgery? In a story, anything can be explained. In a story, one can explain anything. And you just say the diameter of the human neck and the diameter of an elephant's neck. That will never correlate, and the surgery is impossible. Even in the deepest dream, it is not possible. So that is a false claim made by any superman or any non-superman. It should be protested. Whereas, if while protesting, it is the duty of the protesting people, because they are Indians. They are the proud children of India, Bharat Mata. They are not Britishers. They are not Americans. They are not foreigners who will be fighting against Indian culture. And they want to keep their credit and they never want to give the credit to Indians. Under such a situation, their protesting against is understandable. Whereas a group of Indians bluntly blocking and saying that we never had any scientific heritage and we had to borrow everything from the West, such type of claim made by Indians who are born in India and living in India and dying in India and blindly closing their eyes and telling that it is midnight today at the mid-noon, if somebody is telling, it's their problem. It is their culturelessness. It is the bad method adopted by their parents to nurture these fellows who think, who keep the vision, who work against India. But if they would have used their thinking capacity to block, prevent, criticize or blame those who are falsely claiming the Indian scientific and technological heritage, and if they are doing their dharma, if they are doing their duty to tell the world that our true scientific and technological heritage exists in so and so books written during so and so period by so and so individual and having so and so number of chapters in which it is mentioned, say for example 1148 is the year during when Siddhanta Shiromani of Bhaskaracharya II completed. And in that book, 6th chapter, 20th line, Siddhanta Shiromani Bhaskaracharya has clearly mentioned when he completed that particular book in Shaka era and also based on Kali era. That can be easily converted into English era or AD BC. Easily it can be converted, no difficulty at all. And based on this conversion, we can say that Bhaskaracharya II completed the book 1148. In that Siddhanta Shiromani 6th chapter 20th line gives Akrishti Shaktischa Mahidaya Yat Ghastam Guruswa Vimugam Suchaktya Akrishya Tat Padadi Divadi Samay Samandat Kvadatyayam Ge. The book is available with me. I have got the copy of the book. Anybody can verify, and the meaning of this particular statement can be understood very easily. Say for example, Akrishti, attracting, Akrishti, Shaktischa, with the force, Mahi, earth, Yat, Gastam, whatever is existing in the sky, Swabhimugam Swashaktya Akrishyate, towards itself, with its own force, attracting, Yat Akrishyate Tat Padati, whatever is getting attracted, that will be falling. Samay Samandat Kwa Padati Ayam Gehe. These celestial bodies, because of the mutual attraction, where shall they fall? They will not fall anywhere. So the gravitational explanation about the gravity has already been given in Siddhanta Shiromani 6th chapter 20th line. This, the way I explained it to you, the same way the so-called Shastra Sahitya Parishat members, so-called leftist, so-called atheist, so-called progressive scientists, they can search where the true Indian science and technology exists, and they can inform the world that, they should inform the world that the Puranas and Itihasas do not contain worthwhile, trustworthy science and technology, whereas we have got on the other side non-mythological textbook where such type of informations may be primitive information, may be refined information, may be good information, or may be good concept existed in India. They being the children of India, Mother India, why they fight just like the foreigners? Why they argue just like an external people? Is it not their duty to say that their mother is good, their mother is great, their mother has got all type of charities and she is so nice? Instead of the 6 children of the mother, one group, 5 people on the one side saying that our mother is noble and she is great and she has got the sacrificing mind and she is excellent. The one son standing on the other side say, our mother is not good, our mother is adharmic, our mother does not have any charity or chastity, and our mother is really a burglar. Why this fellow tells like this? Is it the real unbiased scientific temper? Scientific temper is the one which is very well known to India. In India, the pure scientists as well as the spiritual scientists, they were called as scientists only, rishis only. And you know Shakala Rishi, Bhaskala Rishi, who wrote Vedas. Here we have got Chanaka Rishi, Shushruta Maharshi, who wrote Ayurveda. So whether scientific book or spiritual book, those who have written or composed these scientific and spiritual book, they were known by single name as a Rishi or Maharshi. So scientific temper need not be taught to the ancient Indians. If somebody has got something against Indian heritage, it is their headache or it is his headache to go ahead or live the way he wants. But a true son, his duty, responsibility and privilege is to prevent or block the false claiming, and if good things are available, if true scientific and technological heritage is available, it is also his duty to prove and inform the world that all these things existed in India. These are the references. It is not the responsibility of the only patriotic people or nationalistic people or over patriotic or over nationalistic people to inform the world what truly we have got. It is also the others' duty. So I am very sure that whatever is to be existed, that will be existing. Whatever need not be existed, that will be wiped out from the surface of India. India is such a country, even after the rule of 650 years foreign Muslims ruled, after that more than 250 years, the Dutch, the French, the Spain, the Portuguese and then the English ruled here. They could not destroy India. Whatever is to be survived, that will survive. Whether the so-called Shastra Sahitya Parishad people or progressives or the radicals, they shout, they scream, they protest, or the media work against it. That will be surviving. That is the greatness of India, and that is India. My request to everyone, find out the true science. I will be with you to guide where the true science is there. I am not telling an egoistic approach. All the literature, where they are available, I shall point out to you, at least to disprove what is not existing here, or to show what is existing here, what was existing here. It is the duty of the true scientist to inform the world what really existed, what did not exist. But never try to close the eyes and say, today, now it is not a day, it is night, because I am seeing the darkness. You are watching the darkness, you are seeing the darkness, or you are in the darkness exclusively because you close your eyes and you declare that it is night. It is not the mistake of others, it is your own mistake, those who are trying to disprove the true Indian scientific and technological heritage. We will be discussing about it coming 2 or 3 more days. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.